Hey, Chief, do you have time for a question?
You know, I'm kind of busy right now, but why don't you ask the Edmonds Cop?
Have a call back for 866. Negative K, nothing further, just Kitty Candy on the corner. 837-820-584. See what the problem is.
And we're back with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop with Sergeant Shane Hawley, and we're going to talk about lots of new laws that are on the books. The state legislature was very busy in the last session.
Oh, yes. Yes, they're always very busy.
But more even than usual, I think, this year.
Yeah, it feels like it, and it could just be that a lot of the ones that came out directly related to us and how we need to do things, or some criminal law changes and that sort of thing. So we just did a recent round of legislative updates for everybody in the department.
Yeah.
So to cover all of it, it took us about 2 hours.
Wow, but we're not going to do 2 hours for all of you. You have got the greatest.
You told me we were doing.
Well, maybe we'll do a modified version today.
All right.
This is the greatest hits of the 2019 legislative session, correct?
Yeah, sorry folks, she told me I had to cut it down to like 5 minutes, so you get 5 minutes out of 2 hours.
Okay.
So here's 4 of them that I think probably have the more significant community involvement, or at least people would want to know about.
Okay.
And then number 4, I think you'll get a big kick out of. So substitute bill 5649, and I'll toss the bill numbers out in case people actually want to look these up, because you can just do a Google search and they'll pull right up and you can read the whole bill.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting. This one relates to the statute of limitations for sex crimes. And the legislature looked at it, and in the language they specifically said, hey, we realize it's hard to prove some of these cases in court, 20, 30, 40 years down the road. However, we don't think that the statute of limitations should be the reason somebody can't.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. So it eliminated the statute of limitations for a wide swath of sex crimes, like first and second degree rape, child molestation cases, all that sort of stuff, where they had a limited period of time. Now there's no statute of limitations.
Okay.
And it expanded it for quite a few other. There's too many to go through on the list, but good law change as far as that goes.
All right.
House Bill 1732. You're going to like this one, because every time you call me and say, did we have a hate crime in Edmonds? What do I tell you?
There is no such thing as a hate crime.
Yeah, excellent. I feel like we've
Finally. Yes.
Finally.
But now there is.
Now there is.
Oh, good.
So,
well, that'll help clear up some confusion.
Yeah, a little bit. So it was officially malicious harassment. That was the state's version. That was the title of hate crime, what everybody considered. Now it is called hate crime offense.
Okay.
Same RCW, just a different title. It added gender identity as a protected category. So that was an update. And it actually took away a component that we had to prove in court, or prosecutor would have to, which was specific intent. This could be difficult because maybe somebody works in an office and something is left, a message, some sort of thing like that, but there's a lot of people around. And we would have to show, okay, well, that was targeted at this one particular person that falls under this statute. They opened it up a little more to make intent, we can infer it depending on what happens. So it makes charging it a little easier as far as that
we've
goes.
had that conversation in the past too. So
Correct.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah, and these could be difficult cases to prove sometimes. So good law change there. Substitute Bill 5288 removed second-degree robbery as a third strike offense. And we hear this all the time. People seem to think that just because it's a felony, it's like 3 strikes and you're out.
Right.
That is not what that is geared towards. The 3 strikes and you're out law is set up for serious violent felonies.
Right.
And there's a list of them. But second-degree robbery used to qualify under that, and that can be anything from, I pushed you down and took your iPhone. We see those a lot. So those have gotten removed.
Okay.
Okay. And then House Bill 1014 requires motorcycles operators to finally have liability insurance.
Wow.
A lot of people.
I didn't know they weren't required
Yep.
to have it.
Yep, it's been that way for a long period of time.
Wow.
That blew my mind when I was a brand new officer. I
Yeah.
remember the first time I was with my field training officer and I stopped a guy driving a motorcycle for speeding, and I got back to the car and I remember saying, hey, yeah, he doesn't have insurance, so I'm going to write him no insurance ticket. My training officer's like, what are you doing? You can't do that. I'm like, well, he doesn't have insurance. He's like, let's read the statute again. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, yeah,
Wow.
I guess you don't have to. So it's
Okay.
been that way for a long time,
All right.
but not anymore.
Okay.
And the last one I told you would get the biggest kick out of.
Yes. I can hardly wait.
I know. So, Substitute Bill 5148 finally allows hunters to wear pink while hunting.
Okay.
It's a legit thing.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, you can wear pink while you hunt now.
And what was the color before? Just
Orange.
orange? And orange was the only thing?
Orange
Or-
was his
so-
hunter orange, as people
Okay.
called it.
And
So
some-
pink camouflage is good to go now.
All right. Well, you heard it here first.
And you can look these up. I don't make these things up. So
Okay.
if that was important to you, then I just want to make sure everybody knew.
It's a vision I'm going to be carrying with me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, now I know what to get you for Christmas.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think
it?
that's good.
We're going to end on the pink camo. All right. Well, thanks as always
No
for
problem.
providing such useful information.
I try.
And we will see you all again soon. Thanks for joining us on Ask the Edmonds Cop.